You can ask us about anything, really.
Even in Swedish, and Michael would translate.
Yes. Yeah, Swedish is okay.
All right, we got a question over there, way in the back.
Yeah, some
Do we
technical
have
stuff.
a mic?
Oh, that kind of... We bring the questions down to the stage. Almost. Please let the lady pass. Yeah.
I love that this show is in a hockey stadium. It's amazing.
I love this place.
Yes.
What do you think about... What do you think about Grunden, by the way? Isn't this the most amazing
This is
show?
fantastic. The way that the show's organized with games and tabletops, comics, the artist alley, the workshop for kids. I mean, this has just been a wonderful... I mean, this is my first day here, but I'm already just trying to absorb everything and just wrap my head around how wonderful it is and how it provides to the communities, the different pop culture and geek communities that are out there.
Yeah. All right, question time.
What's the process of killing off a character? Like, do you prepare some kind of...
What's the process of killing off a character? You know, death is a part of the comic book universes, you know, particularly a part of the Marvel universe, you know. Every character has been killed off or come back at some time or the other. We always say that there's two characters that'll never come back, and that's Gwen Stacy and Uncle Ben. It's so integral to Peter's, you know, upbringing and his origin story. But we even said back in the day that Bucky would never come back, and now we have the Winter Soldier. So, but the process of killing off a character is not an easy one, and a lot of people think death is something that we don't take seriously in the Marvel universe, but it really is. And there's a lot of debates that happen because if a writer suggests that we should kill a character, it always has to be story-driven first. It can't just be for shock value. And normally it's a discussion that we have between first the writer and the editor, and then the writer and the editorial team, and then
I'm sorry.
you get a beautiful shot of the coast. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So the process of killing off a character really is a group decision, and it's made always with the best story in mind. And a lot of people think that, oh, well, Marvel will kill someone. They always think that they know how that character is going to come back eventually. And that's not true. Sometimes when we kill characters, we really think that they are dead for good. And then there was Joe Quesada, who was the chief creative officer of Marvel. He got a lot of slack because he came up with the saying that said, dead is dead. Meaning if you kill a character in the Marvel universe, they're always going to stay dead. And when characters started coming back, they went back and said, look, Joe, you said dead is dead, you lied. And the real quote is, no, dead is dead until the writer finds a great story with emotional impact so the character comes back in a way that fans will accept. And we don't think about the comeback, we just think about the death, we debate it. And for every death you see in comics, there's 10 or 12 other ones that we have decided not to, people we have not decided not to kill. And especially now, since I've taken over as editor-in-chief, I'm very concerned about that because I don't want death just to be used to boost sales or to, you know, just as a shocking value so people go, oh my God, Johnny Storm is dead or Wolverine is dead, knowing that they're going to come back. If we do it now, I like to add a little more weight to it and a little more permanence to the decision.
Thanks for the brilliant question and a very good answer.
Sorry it took so long.
No, that's brilliant. That's what we're here for. More questions? Please come down then.
Oh, there's one over here? Yeah, come on down. If you guys got some questions, come on down.
Queue up.
Please, queue up.
We try to put you into this program as soon as we can.
I don't know if we have much time left. No, we got a couple. All right, we got these two. Come on down. Come on down. Yeah, we got two. Please.
One question. Okay.
We'll do these two guys.
Okay.
Yeah, question to CV. What is your personal favorite Marvel comic story of all time?
That's an easy one. I'm an X-Men guy. So I grew up an X-Men fan. My first comic was X-Men 121, Chris Claremont and John Byrne. I never stopped reading the X-Men, and they always have just the foremost place in my heart. What's your favorite character?
I also like X-Men very much. Fall of the Mutants was really great.
All right, yeah, fantastic. All right, thank you.
Which Marvel death do you think is the saddest?
Which Marvel is the saddest?
Yes.
Still to this day, I think the death of Gwen Stacy is the one that always rips my heart out. You know, that was, everyone knows that Peter loves Mary Jane, but Gwen was his real true love in my opinion. And I recently got to see the original artwork, literally the original drawings of her death. And it was just heartbreaking to see that. I was in a museum and they had the original pages and I was like almost crying looking at them, because in black and white it was just even more like bare and in your face, you know. How about you? What's your saddest?
I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Next in line, and this will be the last question.
Have ever Marvel planned on shutting down?
One more time, closer to the...
Have Marvel ever planned on shutting down?
Does Marvel have ever planned on shutting down? No. No, we went through a period of bankruptcy in the 90s. We came back strong with what we called Project Rebirth with Marvel Comics, going back to strong storytelling, strong characters, great creators. The Marvel movies started coming out. Disney bought us. We're going to make $4 billion with Avengers Endgame. Everybody saw Endgame? All right. And we're doing well, so I don't think there's any chance of us ever shutting down.
That's good.
Thank you for everything.
Thanks.
One more.
Do you have a favorite character from the Marvel universe?
My favorite characters have changed over the years, but the one character that I've always loved is a minor character. Her name is Dani Moonstar. She has the power to control dreams, so she can look into someone and see what their nightmares are or what their dreams are and make manifestations of that. And I always thought that was a beautiful thing. That, you know, you can go inside someone's mind and give them their greatest desire or show them their greatest fear, for good or worse. I think that was just really a fantastic power that always spoke to me. And then Spider-Man and Peter Parker, just like Michael said, is a character that I always related to growing up. Just the problems he had with his family and with girls and with money and with jobs. He was the everyman, so I think he's the quintessential Marvel character that so many people just can feel a piece of themselves in, male or female, and why that character is so popular in film and animation and movies.
Yes. Yes, Spider-Man or Peter is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that question. Through an amazing network of social media, I got a question over Twitch saying, and who are you presenting, moderating this talk? I was so excited to sit on the stage with you guys, I totally forgot to say, my name is Michael Stenmark and I've been working with games my whole life. I'm 52 years of age. I started when I was 16 and I started at Fred's company. That's why it's such an honor to have Fred here and sit with you, CB, and Fred to talk about this. Sorry about my turnaround introduction in the end of the talk. All right, so last words, the future of Marvel, Conan, do you have any last ideas, words, thoughts?
I'll start, I'll let you have the last word there, but obviously we, being Conan Properties, are immensely grateful and joyful working with Marvel, because it's been a spring, only 5 months since the first issue came out, and you never know, a year ago or almost 2 years ago when you start working, how will the audience receive this? Will they like what we're doing? And it's clear, it's been very, very well received, and we're trying to come up with ways how we can expand the relationship and bring in other characters in a not forced manner, but in some manner. I think we both enjoy very much working together, and I would say that the future looks bright for Conan in comics, based on what I've seen in these past 5 months we've been working together.
Very bright indeed. And as you mentioned earlier, next year is the 50th anniversary of since Marvel started publishing Conan. We have some special plans that are coming to fruition slowly as we build. And you know, what you're seeing here, these 3 series, it's just the tip of the iceberg for, I think, that what Marvel and what, you know, the Conan properties can do together, because there's this great 2 universes of characters that we will continue to bring together to tell the best possible stories that we hope that you will all enjoy reading. So thank you very much for your support of everything, and please enjoy the show. And if you see us and you have other questions, never hesitate to stop and talk to us, because the first thing that a lot of people don't realize is, first and foremost, we're as big of fans as you guys are. And if we weren't here on stage, we'd be sitting in the audience looking at the people down here. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you see Fred and Honor. Audience.